Joining me today is Robert Matambo, legendary basketball player, who also happens to be a land surveyor and a longtime friend. And welcome to the show, Robert.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, feel free to speak to me and feel comfortable to say whatever you want. I'm really happy that you made the time to come and see me. I mean, we have basketball history coming all the way from Pole. But for the audience who don't know you, can you give us a brief history of how you started playing basketball?
All right. My history comes from Zuzu. I actually started playing basketball in Zuzu.
Right.
So yeah, I had this coach called Tiani Nyirenda.
Okay.
So he groomed me. It's very funny that I started like a big man,
Oh, yeah.
and now I play like as a point guard.
Okay.
But he groomed me from being a big man into a guard.
Okay.
So since I was playing in Zuzu, I used to play as a two guard.
You used to play shooting guard.
Yeah, I used to play shooting guard.
Yes.
So that was basically my role because I was scared with the ball. I couldn't handle the ball.
Yeah.
So yeah. So after Mzuzu, then I came to Blantyre where I met different coaches. Yeah, I met different coaches at BYC.
Yes.
So
yes.
yeah,
Youth Center, where we
Youth
played.
Center, yes.
I think that's where we also met.
Exactly. So the first team I joined was High Flyers.
Yeah, you're a high flyer.
High Flyers.
I was also a high flyer.
Yes. So I used to play for High Flyers. So I met Coach Chico. So Coach Chico gave me the confidence of me being someone who could direct the game.
Okay.
Yeah. So he told me, I think you're good at playing in one guard, so you just need to work on your things, your handles and
bouncing
whatnot.
the ball, dribbling,
Exactly.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So after that, I progressed and played a few teams, small teams, and then basically went to Polytechnic.
Yeah.
So Polytechnic, I met Coach Nick, who improved my game.
Yeah. Okay. I have to speak about Coach Nick. I think Coach Nick changed the state of basketball.
Exactly. How we think about it. Yes.
Because remember when we were coming at Poly, we had guys like Chiru. They were very good benches. We had the Timbers, but they were disorganized. They didn't really have the team spirit.
Yes.
I think Coach Nick really gave us that team spirit. That team spirit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So after Coach Nick came, then he kind of helped us to organize ourselves and play as a team.
Mm-hmm.
So after I played with Coach Nick, he was here for a short term, and then he went back to his home country. That's when our run as Polytechnic started with him until I finished school. So as of now, I play in Lilongwe. Before I left for Lilongwe, I was playing with Bricks.
Okay, the legendary team. Bricks from Blantyre. They have like, I don't know how many titles those guys have. They're won, can't count. Yeah.
National titles, regional titles, name them.
Yes.
So yeah, after I played for Bricks for like I think a year and a half, and then went to Lilongwe where I play for Cougars now.
Cougars, right,
Sure.
right. That's really good to hear, man. I think you're one of those players that really developed into a new position. Because I remember when you're coming from Zuzu, you used to play that 3 or 4. You like to shoot. You had a very good shooting form. But I think when you came to Pole, I think that's when I noticed that you had changed yourself into a point guard.
A point guard, yes.
I think we're seeing a change in basketball. We're seeing multiple players changing positions.
True.
So yeah, do you think you're seeing the same in the NBA? Which players do you watch when you're trying to get inspiration about like the game and whatever?
All right. Basically, I think I'll start from the beginning.
Yeah.
I was inspired a lot by Kobe Bryant.
Kobe.
And I think the first live game that I watched was the Game 7 with Celtics in 2010.
Oh, man.
That was my first live game.
First game of Kobe?
Of Kobe Bryant and basketball in general.
Oh,
most of the times I used to see highlights and whatnot. And then I had the privilege to go and watch this game live.
Okay.
Yeah. So after I watched this game, I was so inspired and I could see the energy around the arena, the fans, the players themselves. So Kobe gave me the inspiration of the game.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but after some time, I started watching Steph Curry.
Yes.
Yeah. Steph Curry like changed the way I see the perspective of a guard.
Yeah. Steph Curry really changed the game.
Exactly. Yeah. So how he plays alone with the team, with some superstars. Yeah, so it kind of made me to go the same direction. So right now, I watch a lot of players.
Yeah,
I watch
you get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, everything. So I get from Steph Curry, even I get from. I used to like Jeff Teague.
You used to like Jeff Teague.
Jeff Teague was.
Jeff Teague is a legend.
I used to like him.
2015.
That guy used to play good basketball. So I used to watch Jeff Teague. Yeah. So Westbrook. Just that I'm not as athletic.
Yeah, not as athletic. It's not like it's gonna be dunking, but yeah.
Sure.
So for the young kids out there who want to get into a scoring role, whatever position they want to do, what routines would you say they should be doing to move into that professional category? Because I feel like you moved from an amateur basketball player to one of the best at a national level. I think you're one of the best point guards those years. Yeah. So what did you do? Did you do any special kinds of training? What would you advise the guys at 12 years old, 14? What would you tell them right now as they move into this, as they move into their own basketball goals?
Sure. All right. Basically, basketball is time.
Okay.
Yeah. Kobe said you have to have a lot of hours for that 48 minutes to play. So here you have 40 minutes, right? 40. Yeah. So you need you need a lot of hours for those 40 minutes. Yeah. So what I would say is give time, and for everything there's a need of an experience. Okay. How to shoot, how to dribble, how to pass. Yeah. So all those things comes from practice. Right. So as you practice over the years, you can become better.
So right? Practice,
So my way of doing it, I was humble enough to hear from other big players on how to play the game. So I was just there listening, and when they tell me to do stuff, I try them on my own. I'll go on the internet, search on what I want to improve on, and I got better by that.
Right. So you're saying, just to add on that, you're saying the power of the internet is what enabled you to learn the greater game of basketball. Did you say before you had a smartphone? Where did you learn basketball?
All right. Before there was, when I started learning basketball, we just had Facebook, but we used to use those Java phones.
The Java phone, I remember those Java phones.
Those Java phones. So you couldn't really get anything out of the internet, right? Maybe people used to, but basically people would just up to Facebook, whatnot.
Looking at girls.
So one thing as well. Yeah. So I think because of people who tried to make me better. So the guys like Tiani Nyirenda, there's Martin. I don't know if you remember Martin. There's this guy with good handles. He taught me. So
Martin. I think I know him.
You know him, yes. And there's brother to Tiani, who's called Sam. Sam is a very good attacking point guard. Okay. So I also learned a lot from this guy. So they used to take me and
they show you the way of
show me you should do this. So yeah.
All right, man. That's really good to hear, man. Because I feel like the internet is what has helped us, especially me, man. I've learned a lot from basketball and using these tools that are coming in now, the smartphones. I know people say bad things about them. Hey, social media is bad, but I think it's also a tool for those people who take the time to learn the game.
Sure.
You've also coached girls.
Yeah, I have.
What is the biggest challenge in coaching the females?
I think the biggest challenge I've got with females is when you want them to come together and leave their social life aside.
So they have this conflict between the social life and basketball.
Yeah, they come with conflicted feelings at the court, maybe with the teammates or some other one. So when they come on the court and you instruct them to do something, maybe it becomes a challenge. Yeah, sure. So basically, I think that's the major one. But the time I coached girls, I had fun, honestly.
You had a lot of fun.
I had a lot of talent where I had good big men, I had good point guards, I had good forwards. It I think I needed more time with them.
You just need more time. College was like 4 years.
4 years, yeah. So some of them were building through the way. So, but yeah, it was fun.
How do you train the girls? Like girls are kind of.
Yeah. Okay, so
hating on them, but it's kind of hard.
I get that a lot. I feel like female basketball, when you're training females, the approach with men is different.
Okay.
Yeah, so you kind of want to go into the emotional level, right? When you're trying to teach them. Yeah, exactly. You have to understand what emotional status they are, right, at that time. Right? So if today is all about physical, so you tell them to more prepare for a physical game. So mentally they'll come prepared, right? Other than guys, you can just come here and you see that they're lazy, just running around. Then you just say, you know what, guys? Yes, give me some suicides. Guys will just run. Yeah. So female is like you build them mentally. You build them mentally. Yes. So slowly, then they get used. So when times when you shout and you're angry and say, "Hey guys, give me suicides," they're already prepared in their mind. Okay, coach, give us this. Give us this. Yeah. So I think I think the best part of how to approach girls is using their mental status. Using their mental and emotional, considering the emotions. Exactly. Coaching it. Yeah. All right, man. That's good to hear. And sure. I'd also want to give us more details about that college experience at Polytechnic. Sure. Give us the history of what it means to play for the college teams. I think you had one of the best college careers of anyone in Malawi, because there were good college teams back then. I go back to the Chiefs, even before that. Yeah. The college teams were always great, but they never won. Yeah. They were never good as the senior teams, the men's teams in this country. But you guys were one of the best at that time, and I was there, but I didn't get to play with you guys. But just tell us the college experience of being a baller at the top of his game, the brotherhood, everything, man. We want to know, man. We want to know. Yeah. I really have fun when I'm talking about this story, because it gives me memories, man. It gives me memories. Those days were good. Those days were good. Our basketball team grew from very poor background to a strong background. Yes. So we used to have two teams at Poly. There was the Bobcats and the Panthers. Okay. Right? Yeah. So I played for the Panthers. Yeah, I remember you're high. Yeah. So we agreed. We wanted to compete. Okay. Yeah. So I told the guys, man. And it was Coach Nick who brought the idea for us to bond. Right. Yeah. So he was like, just make one team. I can't afford to have two teams of the same school. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he was like, can you just make one team so I'll be able to coach that team? All right. So as two groups, we met each other and we talked about it, and majority of the group wanted to join and make one good team. Yes. So at the time I was captain with Francis, also known as Blue Band. Blue Band, the tall guy. Best forward ever. Best forward I've ever played with. Yeah. So yeah. So as we took our captainship, I said, man, we can't just be leaders and never win anything. Yeah. So we need to strive for something. Basically, what happened for us was Coach Nick told us we need to combine teams so that we have one team, right? Yeah. I remember that time he wanted to beat Bricks. Yeah, Bricks was the biggest contender back then. Sure. No one would beat them. Sure. Yeah. When we had those VJs, had a hot hand. Yeah, VJ always had the hot hand. Yes, Crispin used to see the flow, command the flow. Yeah. Like like Chris Paul. Yeah, sure. So yeah, after we combined, we still had a talk as guys. We're like, guys, let's compete. We need to compare. We need to win something. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we started from that. So Coach Nick started instilling that mindset in our minds. Yeah? Saying, guys, you need to be champions. Champions think like this. Yeah. So when Coach Nick left, as a captain and with Francis, we kind of talked. Man, we can't just let this go down. Yeah, so we made some hiccups. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah. But I should commend the guys I played with. Yeah. They wanted to win as well. Yeah. I really had a great team, honestly. I think I was privileged to have one of the most talented people with me. Yeah. Right? Sure. So so skill wise, mentality wise, we were very good. Yeah. We wanted to win. So as I said, I have fun talking about this story. So you're a two-time champion. Is that correct? Actually, the second one found me outside of Poly. Well, we still have to give it to them. But I think that single championship was the biggest change in Sozo Ball, because
after you guys won, you gave a lot of opportunity to other teams. Now we're seeing the new champions in basketball, CDH basketball.
It's true.
Yeah, because before that it was just Bricks, maybe a Locks here and there, Maganga.
Yeah, Maganga team.
And but I think Bricks is really the standard of basketball. But I think the coming in of Pole at that time changed the basketball scene in Blantyre, and that was great.
Yeah, and I remember some time someone told me like, man, when you come to your games, it's like we're watching the NBA. I was like, wow.
Told me about Villain scoring 8 threes.
8 threes. We were playing against Crazy Warriors. And I don't know, against Crazy Warriors, Villain had this different energy, man. Different energy. So that day, yeah, he was really good. The player was just keep the ball to Villain. I mean, he's scoring today. So yeah, we really had fun.
Yeah, one of the best games, man. I really enjoyed playing at Poly. I think the first year was okay playing with Panthers. I enjoyed the game time, but otherwise going into the other when we were going into the other level when Coach Lee came, I felt myself change. I felt like learning from a very well informed person. It was really encouraging to have those experiences at the Polytechnic.